Welcome back to WWL channel, the wonderful world of seashells. Today we're gonna talk about books. The books on shells are parts of the so-called specialized press. The prints are made in a few copies and some can quickly become very expensive and untraceable. You surely want to know what a book looks like before considering buying it. These videos are for you. If you are an author, do not hesitate to send me your books. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. So we're gonna start. We're back in 1970 and we have the Cories of the Seychelles written by Alan Jarrett and David Fleming. So you have a foreword of the governor of the Seychelles. Then the introduction. A few general tips about and information about cories, and then you have for each species you have the text. So it's quite interesting, especially if you like to snorkel and search for seashells. You have a lot of information of each species. So after you have, of course, the plates, so you can see that's many cories. The mappa, the small cories, and of course at the time they placed the ovula ovum in the cories. Anyway, that's interesting to go back in the past. So this was a small booklet, paperback book, and another book written by the same authors and published in 1972 also, 1970 also. Then the same way of presenting the booklet with the description and introducing with the cones and the text on each species. So quite the same book. It's very interesting to go back in the past and checking what they did find at the time. Some names are, of course, erroneous, like Constantineus. You'll see several identification error, but at the time it was not that easy to get the right names. So we have seen those two small paperback books. So now we're gonna change time and we'll be in 1984, and you can see the cories. It's in the it's Niger and rostrate cories, and it's a French book. It's written by Mr. Chatenay. Still a paperback book. You have the introduction, geographical stuff, the explanation of the rostrate and anything about the cories, and then you have the different species with on the left you have the text in French and the text in English. I like that. It's very cool. You did have the price at the time, the cost of the cories. So annulus, incredible specimen. You have Arabica cories, look at that, and Azalus. Many species are reported in this book. It's a very interesting book. If you love Nigers, you shall try to find this old book. I personally like old books. I'm sure you love too. You have a lot of pages. It's not a little booklet. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? This one's nice too. So we have how many pages? 100 pages. So this paperback book has 100 pages of pure pleasure. Now we are in the Lesser Antilles, and this is also another paperback book. This one has been published in 1977. It's a French. There's no translation, so you have to read French. I'm sorry, guys, but it's very interesting. So the beginning of the book, as always, you have some generalities, everything on mollusks, a geographical situation, and then I started with all the families. So you have text. I like that. So you can learn more about each species. The images are shot like the Seychelles one on tissue, so it's pretty nice images. You can really easily identify your seashell with this book. Cories, the rare Sonamensis. Then the cassis, you see the murex, many murex in the Caribbean. Most shells are endemic in the Caribbean, you probably know that, olives. And then the vault shells. And we're gonna see cones. Look at all those cones. A lot of work this last years on cones from the Caribbean. Interesting to see this one because at the time it was named like Conus sp, then Conus riosi, and just now changed name recently with the publication of Eric Monnier. So it's some kind of fun to go back at the time. You have 132 pages. So this was the Coquillage des Antilles, the Lauset and Pitron. Then let's go back in 1984, Shells of Tahiti by Salva and Reeve. So we're again on the paperback book. The World of Shells, generalities, information about shells. Classification changed a lot, usually every 10 years we can say. So this is the presentation, and then we'll arrive in the species, and so it's classified by families. In this book you won't find any text on the species. It's like an iconography. It's very interesting to identify your seashell, though if you like to go snorkeling and search for shell, that's not that good. I prefer when you can find a short text on each species, but it's a much more difficult job. So you have the cories, C-D, the murex, RPD, and the meters, small meters, Castellaridae, and the cones with the Gogini, the well-known cones from the Marquesas. A lot of cones in the Pacific Ocean, and Terebridae. So how many pages on this one? 150. We have 150 pages. A very nice book published in 1984. And now we're gonna have a quick look at the last one. This one from La Réunion Island and Mauritius Island. This is 1988. So still the introduction of the book. It's in French. This was a hardcover. Look at this very nice image. The Cribellum cory. Reproduction, classification, habitat, way of life, This is Conus tulipa. Very interesting picture. It's not that easy to make such picture. And like shells of Tahiti, we have the list of the species classified by families, but no text on each species. It's another time an iconography. There are a lot of shells in this book: Strombidae, Cories, the Broderipi, so rare Cory, still rare. Sometimes rare shells in the past can become common or uncommon, but this one is still rare. Tonidae, Cassidae, Brucidae, Cimatidae, a lot of shells. Mauritidae. I like this book. I like this kind of book, so you can easily identify your seashell where you're on vacation. And most of the shells are commonly found in the old Indian Ocean, so it can help you identify your shells that you found on the beach. Harpidae, or Costata, harpa from Mauritius Island. Meters. And we're arriving in the Costata, and then in the cone pages. Many cones in that area too, very interesting cones. The wonderful Barthélemy cone. And again, more cones. You must notice that I'm going slower because this is my favorite family. So, Terebridae. And we're reaching Technidae, Vipalia shells. So you have 150 pages for this hardcover book. I'm sure you were interested to go in the past because you might not have these 4 books: Shells of Tahiti, Shells of La Réunion and Mauritius Island, Shells of the Lesser Antilles, and the Niger and Ross Strait Cories from New Caledonia, and the 2 booklets about cories and cones from the Seychelles. I'm sure you'll enjoy this video. Please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day.